Hello, everyone. Here today, there's an adventure that's about to happen. And on any adventure, you need two people. So today, there's me, Surreal, and Lionheart here, who will be playing a cooperative campaign for Total War Rome 2. And at that point, we'll be playing the Suebi and Syracuse, and I'll let you talk a little bit more about what mods that we'll be using, Mr. Lionheart.
Okay, yeah. So we've got a couple of mods. We didn't really go for anything, any big overhauls or anything like that. Mainly because we've both got a lot of our own series going on as well, and we don't want to necessarily risk corrupting them or having any compatibility issues. So we've kept it pretty simple. We're both using obviously all the same mods so that we can be on the game together. We're using the Champlo Gold unit pack, 4 turns per year. We're using the Radius AI mod and the TTT mod, the traits, talents, and toadies. And have I missed any out? I'm just trying to think there. Of course the Rome 2 music mod, or the Rome 1 music mod rather, which adds the original Rome soundtrack into Rome 2.
In which, needless to say, Rome 1 soundtrack, best soundtrack.
Yes,
right?
It does sound good.
All right, well, I guess we're ready to load in then.
Yeah, obviously I'm playing Syracuse, you're playing as Suebi. I think just having a quick look at the traits that I get. My only negative is power struggle, which is plus 10% corruption in my provinces. Archimedes Eureka plus 10% research rate. Flowering culture plus 20% wealth from culture. Fierce independence 10% melee defense for all units in battles in our own or allied territory. And classical heritage plus 2 to cultural conversion.
Let's see, what do I have here? First off, I have Tribal Conquerors. I have plus 10% morale for all units during battles against barbarian tribes, because apparently we hate our own kind. Let's see. For a penalty, we have Disdain for foreign cultures. So not only do we hate our own kind, we hate everyone else too. Let's see, plus 25% public order penalties due to presence of foreign cultures. And then from there, Venerable Elders, plus 3% tax rate. I guess our old people like to tax the young people. That is logical, right? Let's see. Then we have Warrior Society, plus 1 public order for every war against a neighboring faction. This is a faction bent on hatred. If I could compare it to Warhammer, they would be more like Khorne, where they love blood and skulls. Let's see. Finally, we have Marauders, plus 20% income from raiding and sacking, and that is it.
That's a pretty cool trait, actually. I like the raiding aspect of Rome 2. It gets you in a nice little boost to your economy when you need to, and also help draw the enemy out from a fortified position as well.
My favorite part is because they look like they have a nice dance as there's gold coins spurting from the earth, which is great. Yeah.
Make it rain.
Right.
So yeah, the only other, I guess, information you guys need to know is obviously it's co-op, turn time unlimited, battle time unlimited. We're doing play battle by default, ultra unit size, and we're on very hard difficulty.
That is correct. All right. I guess we're ready.
Let's go.
All right.
We should say we're going to try and upload this, obviously, at least once a week. We may sometimes be able to upload more than that. Depends, obviously, how free we both are with our own series. Obviously, getting together with the time zone differences and things like that. But, yeah, at least once a week. We'll try and do more when we can. We might even, down the road, we can get Surreal partnered on Twitch, some perhaps live streaming of this. That'd be pretty good fun to try out. But, yeah. We'll try and do it as often as you can, and our Twitter links are in the description. Now, we've said this before, but it's really an easy platform to just stay connected with us, and obviously can message us. But it's also for us a really great notification system to say, hey guys, this series isn't coming out today. So in this case, if you haven't seen a series, a part of this co-op for like a couple of days, and there haven't been any announcements, then feel free to give us a tweet and say, what's up with the co-op, where's it coming, when's the next part, sort of thing, and we'll get back to you.
You beat me to it. I was about to go on a long just rant about how they should follow us, because I like to tweet pictures of my food that I make. But what you said is more important. So
guys, you're missing out though on Surreal's food tweets though. Seriously,
I'm telling you.
Every time you tweet one, I'm just like, I'm really hungry now. But we're not necessarily ranting at you guys that you should have to connect with us on Twitter, a different platform other than YouTube. It's more kind of us directing our own rants at YouTube for not having an easy system to notify you guys. Which is really strange, especially because they've now connected with Google+, which is a social network. You'd have thought on the front page of YouTube, you'd have some kind of, big flashing message from, say, the people you're most subscribed to or something like that. So Yeah, it makes no sense. I think we've said before when we've talked, it's almost like the people that design the new features for YouTube don't actually use YouTube themselves, because none of it seems like helpful or intuitive. Right. It all seems kind of against a good user experience.
They have this type of, I don't know if you could call it a plan. I call it a poor plan, but it must be their plan, because they introduce new things by piecemeal, by piece, and so it'll be a full year and you'll still have a incomplete site, or in this case, we've linked up with Google Plus and not much has come of it. And I'm not sure how this works. I haven't done a co-op campaign in a long time. It's my turn, so I'm guessing you're having to wait for me.
I'm having to wait. I'm having a look around the map. Okay. I've desperately wanted to play as Syracuse for ages, and I'm actually seeing a couple of the extra units that Champlo has added in with his unit pack. I think is it picked hoplites, or I think they're meant to be in there. They're standard units that you get with Athens as well, or something like that.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what extra units I can get. And seeing where I can expand out with Syracuse. I always like starting as factions that just start with a tiny territory and then expanding out to create a great empire. Obviously, playing as Rome and Carthage are good fun, but it's nice to start small and expand out. And I was cool on the tactical map. I can see your neighbours as well, and kind of see your field of view, I guess, in the fog of war. That's pretty cool.
And we can even draw pictures for each other too. Watch. See that?
Oh yeah, I can see it. Hello.
All right, there. Okay, well, let's see. I'm starting over here in Europe, and right now, first thing that I do in any new campaign, I look at my diplomacy map, I check out who's my friend or foe, and so over here I see that I have one tribe that does not like me, and their name is Boy, which is a lot of fun. And I'm actually glad that I don't know how to pronounce these names, because how I think they're pronounced is much more fun to say. Yep. So Boy is what they're called.
Yeah.
All right, so they'll be my
Surreal
first
has
foe.
Declared it. Is that new name?
They are now the Boy, and I will eradicate them from history.
I mean, the thing is, I found out recently in my... Sorry, you've got something come up. What's occurring?
Something very important, yes. I have a general named Carl, which reminds me of the Emperor of the Empire in Warhammer Fantasy. So I feel like this fits very, very well here. All right, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I'm just saying about the whole pronouncing names and things like that. At the start of my Seleucid Let's Play, I actually asked, what's right? Is it Seleucid or Seleucid? And it turns out that basically both are right. One is the Latin way of saying it, and one is the Greek sort of way of saying it. So the hard K is the Greek, and the kind of the Latin, or what has evolved into kind of, I guess, the modern English, is the sort of the S. So the Seleucid, and then so both are right. But I started off by going Seleucid, so I was like, I'm just going to stick with it.
Yeah, I actually kind of prefer the hard K. It just has more of a, I don't know, just more manly sound. Curse you or curse that.
Although, as someone commented, I say the Greek, obviously the Greek way of saying Seleucid, but then I say hoplite, which is the Latin rather than the hoplite.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I'm just like, I mix and match, mainly because I feel, even though I know the units are screaming sort of hoplites in battle, I just find I've always called them hoplites. So it just kind of feels a bit weird to say hoplites.
There are certain words that I've never heard pronounced out loud, and then as I've done Let's Plays, people tell me it's wrong, and then I find out how they're really said, and it just really throws me off guard. And just real quick, what I've done, I've combined my two armies into one, and right now I'm recruiting, 4 club levies. And if I remember correctly, club levies are very good at being able to flank, and they can penetrate armor very well. They have a bonus versus infantry, and beyond that, they should permit me to take Casurgis, which is apparently the capital of Boy. I have a spy right by them.
Oh yeah, I can see it. I'm actually, because we're doing a co-op, we can actually see what each other's doing in real time.
Oh, good.
So I can actually follow and see what you're doing.
Let's see. I'm considering going... no, I don't have the movement points. Okay, well then I'll just recruit them.
Was your spy able to poison them?
Which is unfortunate because he failed. They always fell on turn 1 for me. Okay, well, beyond that, I'm sure that you'll want to do this too. You can let me know what you would like to name my armies here, and I will choose a name. So just say like Suebi, and then whatever names that you want to call my men, and then you can just say Syracuse or Lionheart or whatever you want. Then
something linked to kind of roundabout way to me, and same for Surreal, and we'll sort out our armies that way. Also, probably should have said at the start of this, we have done an audio test. But just in case you can't hear us, I don't know if we'll get into a battle in this first part or not, but if we do get into a battle, or if one of us is a lot quieter than the other and the audio levels are really unbalanced, then please do let us know, because we'll want to sort that out as soon as possible.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, I need to check my diplomacy. What's going on with me? Right, so I'm obviously military alliance with the Suebi, and Rome's actually... I've already got a trade agreement with Rome. They're 13, they're neutral, they're yellow-faced. Carthage, I could probably try and get trade agreements with both of them and sort of play the devil's advocate here.
Right.
Actually, no, they won't take that. But what about a non-aggression pact? Nope, not interested. Okay, anyone green? Does anyone really like me? No, just the Suebi. I wonder why. How much do you actually like me? You like me by 62. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would say 63, but we Suebi hate
already that cultural aversion. I've got -9 because of cultural aversion, because you guys just hate anyone that isn't you, basically.
Well,
just like, if you're not Suebi,
speak plainly.
it's not worth kind of, existing.
Suebi is like the ancient word for swag, so yeah, if you're not swaggy, oh god, it sounds terrible. Okay, no, I'm sorry.
I'm already sort of got like a negative relations with the people that you don't like. I don't think there's anyone that I, by default, really hate. I guess I can't really... Let's just try choosing where I'm going to go. I might see if I can go down towards Libya and deal with the tribes down there, perhaps, because I don't feel like I can go toe-to-toe with somewhere like Carthage or Rome just yet.
Right.
Unless, obviously, they declare war on me. I often like that when I don't actually have to choose my target and the AI does it for me by declaring war on me. And I start off with a very small army, so I guess anyone that's played Syracuse before, feel free to give me some pointers of where I should look to expand out first. I'm going to use my fleet to scout out, though.
I've played Syracuse.
Where should I go?
Okay. I'm trying to remember this. I will say that diplomacy early on is your best friend, and you can use that. Beyond that, I would say that you're going to want to, of course, do what you're doing right now. Libya is your good first foe. They're actually fairly tough, surprisingly, so you'll probably need a full stack at that point. I don't think you'll be able to afford a navy, so we'll see if I'll be able to fund you if I can get rid of my friendly neighbors, the boy.
I'm looking to... I've already set the expansion slot at Syracuse to get me a new military building, because I don't have one by default, and all I can get is militia. So that's no fun. So once I can build up a capable army, I'll probably go down to Libya, getting a fishmonger to boost my food as well.
Aha!
I always have trouble with food.
There was an agent who was wounded attempting to attack me, so that person's gone. I'm going to try to poison Maros, which is the general of the boy. And so, oh boy, I cannot wait to kill them. I hate that name so much now.
oh boy, you can't wait to kill the boy.
I cannot wait. Let's see.
It's nearly as bad as all the Gete puns that I had the other day. All of them, it's just like, these are Geteing really old. Gete out of here, Lionheart. Just it's terrible. But yeah.
Please.
We live for the puns.
Please spare me the puns. I will kill any faction that you make a pun of. Oh. All right, let's see here. I suppose I'll attack the boy right now. I mean, they have a garrison of what? I probably should have checked it out first. I usually 6. do. But fortunately, I outnumber them, so there's no need to wait. I guess we'll head straight into battle.
Sweet.
And this is probably my most enjoyable part of what I like about the whole co-op game, is that now I can split up my troops, which is a lot of fun, because micromanagement in Rome 2 is kind of, intensive. Like, you can't really take your time to watch the fights play out, because you have to constantly move.
I've had so many comments recently, because I know when I first started my Let's Plays, I spent a lot of time zoomed in, slow-mo, watching some of the cool animations.
Same here.
Lots of people are sort of saying, "Oh, why don't you ever go slow-mo anymore? Like, zoom in." It's like, if I do that, I'll lose the battle, because I'm desperately flying around the map trying to macro, and my macro is not good. I'm desperately trying to fly around the map, get my skirmishes in the right place, so I'm not doing too much friendly fire, which I inevitably will have skewered many of my men with javelins in the back. Their poor wives and children will just get a spear back. This is the spear that killed your husband. In a nice sort of golden laurel or something like that. So I like to do nice touches for that for my fallen soldiers. But it's just impossible. But the thing is, I love zooming in and just watching sometimes.
Same here. That's why I just wish they didn't run so fast, because my big thing is that... Oh, well, actually, hold on. Let's focus on this real quick. I will give you
I love it that your general is Carl.
I know, Carl.
It's like the I guess the British sort of version would be like calling your general Trevor.
Oh right,
like,
yeah,
Trevor, Trevor the general. I'm sorry if there are any Trevors watching, but yeah.
You don't fit well in ancient times. I'm sorry
for sort of epic generals' names.
Oh,
it doesn't really inspire fear. The Great Trevor.
Well, here we have the Great Carl, conqueror of other Carls. For he's the one Carl. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to think about how to do this because I often, believe it or not, I avoid siege battles like the plague here. So, while they did fix the AI, the pathfinding is really messy, and so
still needs some work. Yeah.
I'll end up losing a lot of men, so there's no avoiding that. I think what I'll do, I'll approach this wall here. Oh, that's very cool. It makes an automatic arrow. Very cool.
There you go.
Okay. Can I make a... Oh, okay, so that's the wall that we'll be going for. Beyond that, there's not a lot of really micromanagement for this battle when I think about it, but I think what we can do... I'll give you half of my men so you can have fun with that. Please don't kill them all.
Yay.
Let's see.
Pressure. Responsibility.
I said don't kill all of them, but most is fine.
Just half. Just half.
Yeah. Half is good. Half is good. Okay. I'm ready when you are, so it'll be a basic idea of I'll keep sending men until they run out of arrows or stone. All right. You know, I actually have not really heard the generals give their speech in the very start because I always fast forward in the very beginning, and I feel bad, but
yeah, I like the fact that they've kind of integrated the general speeches in real time now, so it's not like a little clip you have to watch. But I don't know, that little clip was good because it made me actually tune into what he was saying, and watch it. Whereas now, as you said, like you start deploying your men and start moving them where you want to put them, and it's just like I don't really have time to listen to you, General. I've got stuff to do. Right.
All right, here we go. And for once, I'll be able to take my time and not fast forward the whole time. But if you look at how they move, they have a very odd way that they push
it's
my
like
ladders.
They shunt it forward, they catch up to it, and then they shunt it forward again. There needs to be, I don't know, something in there which just keeps it being pushed forward the whole time.
Right.
Although actually they've just gone for a long push there, and it's actually working now that we've said that.
Wait.
One of them that I'm looking at.
And then there's one who pushed it behind a building.
Yeah, what are they doing over there? It's just gone straight into a building.
What is wrong? No, okay. They're dying. I will make sure they all die.
Oh, so now they're not shunting it. Maybe it's just that first bit to get it going or something.
Oh my goodness, they have a lot of javelin men. This is going to be a terrible fight.
They're all up on that side as well.
Oh my goodness. See, my thought was that I was going to have you go towards the front gate, but then I was like, it's fine. But now I'm sort of regretting that choice.
Yeah, you might want to, I guess, put the towers over on these walls here, because otherwise they're going to be able to fire on down the flanks of your men, as they are now, actually.
Right. Which is what they're doing now, of course.
You could probably get this one here to the wall there.
I'm not very used to the AI actually being competent at siege.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's very
the
strange.
thing we're having to get used to, is that the AI actually isn't as bad as we remember it. Especially because we often play campaigns for across several patches, and while we do get the updates, we don't get the full effect of them until we start a new one.
Right. Let's see here. All right. Once we get up there, it won't be so bad, but it's always that very beginning that I hate having to watch all of my men just...
Oh, yeah, they're taking a lot of the spear levy. Yeah.
But that's what they're here for. The Suebi hate all, and they hate themselves, and I think my favorite thing to watch is when they catch on fire and they kind of freak out and do a
Well, that first ladder's going to go. I'm just going to send the skirmishers towards the wall, see if we can knock some of them back or something. Slingers.
You know, I'll have to keep that in mind, that now that we're dividing the men, we'll have to communicate. Whoops.
Yeah, let me know where you want to go.
Okay, well...
I mean, if there's it's not a gate over on the left, so I can't sort of get you to sort of sneak round and capture the gate to allow me in. So I guess we'll push. I'll perhaps pull my forces over to the right a little bit.
Right. See, like
javelin men to take down the slingers.
It's a little harder to actually focus on the fight too, because like now I have someone else to talk to. Where
it's just like you just feel like having a chat all the time. You're like, I really probably should move these guys.
So what I'm going to try to do now. No, that's not going to work though. I'm wanting more of my men to climb up the ladders, but I know that if I try to, they'll all mob and not actually do it.
Well, the javelin men you've given me actually doing quite a good job of taking down the slingers on this corner.
Oh, very good.
Over here. So they should go down pretty quickly. And now that you've got the spears up there as well, I'll actually stop them firing. And I'll target some more skirmishers over here, because I don't want to friendly fire them too much.
I'm actually sending my men there too, and I'm trying to send up more men over here on this side.
Okay, yep. Okay,
right
I'm going to push in with the... I mean, these are club blade. They're technically sword units, I guess, or they're counted as sort of basic melee units.
Let's see. Let me put my mouse over the weapon damage. Armor piercing. Yeah, I guess so, but they have armor piercing, which is very strange. Let's see. Yeah. Which is why they're very good to flank with. But as far as how I'm using them now, they're not very good for just charging in for a big fight.
Yeah.
Oh, here it goes.
I'm trying to get rid of those slingers up on the wall still, and I'm trying to help out your spears up on the walls there by getting the javelins to fire in against the levy freemen.
Oh right, yeah.
Might be sending a couple of infantry, I think, to try and claim those walls for you.
Whew. This is a pretty nasty one. Usually when I fight, I take my time and I try to like make sure that I lose at least the amount of people that I can. But for some reason, this faction is just filled with a bunch of cheap tribals. So,
yeah.
Well, actually, now that I think back on it, I'm going to have to change my way of thinking and how I fight, because I do have a bunch of cheap, unarmored people who fight. So it's not like the Greeks, who I've basically only played as. I mean, there's been Rome, but outside of that, everything has been involved with pikemen or hoplites.
Yeah, no, yeah, I've been very used to hoplites, pikes, and then sort of heavy sword infantry for Rome.
Right.
But I mean, obviously, I'm using Syracuse, so I'm quite used to that. But I mean, I played as the Iceni in one of my campaigns. So I'm used to the barbarian factions. To start with, it is kind of just mob them.
Right.
Okay, I'm getting some troops up to try and hit those levy freemen in the back. I can't
great.
support with the javelins anymore because they've run out of ammunition.
I have a little bit more stuff to go fire at their skirmishers now. And
climbing up the ladders over here, because you've secured that pretty well, and you're now getting behind them.
Right. I just need a little bit more to be able to flank them. Let's see. You have two men back here who could probably... Oh, they're finally taking their time to climb up. Oh, I hate that so much. They just take their sweet time.
Yeah, I'm just pushing them up now.
Let's see, let me move my
I actually think I
skirmishers.
should probably send them towards the Celtic skirmishers up here rather than smash these guys in the back, because they're just breaking my men as they come up the walls. So I'm going to try and pin them between those by Nemo, the one of the generals.
Yeah. Celtic tribesmen. All right, let's see. Let's get back here real quick. Have you noticed that ever since they upgraded from Medieval 2 that archers really have never felt the same as they did in Medieval 2?
No, they've never felt as good. They feel like they're a bit too like lightweight. They don't pack enough punch behind them.
Because let me see real quick. Because in Medieval 2, when I watched them fire and hit, I felt the punch. It felt good. I loved them so much. But now I hate them.
Yeah, I mean, I did an Elves of Lorien Let's Play for Third Age, and obviously their archers are OP, but it just felt really satisfying, I think. That's probably it. It felt really satisfying to use just heavy archer-based armies to just whittle away your enemies. And I don't think even in Rome 2, I think archers need kind of a bit of a tweak. I mean, unless that's meant to kind of sort of force the player to use alternative missile weapons, such as slingers and javelin men that were obviously quite prevalent in the period, and not just go for perhaps what would one day become a bit more supreme, the sort of the bow and arrow.
Right.
I don't know really. It's quite an interesting thought though there, but I definitely agree. They definitely feel hollow and pretty sort of weak.
What the problem is too is that because everything will move so fast, when you try to chase down their men who skirmish, they end up running behind their main line really fast, and that I don't believe should be as easy to do because at that point you will break them, but unless they're completely shattered, they will come back and then they'll begin to fire at your men. It's very hard to chase them. So more often than not, I lose most of my men not to the actual fight, but to ranged stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
the amount of damage, like the arrow towers in this, the amount of damage they do
ridiculous.
is insane. Yeah, so the last few units they've got are, I think, holding the ford over here.
Oh, goodness. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to...
So reform and...
yeah. Ooh, that's a lot.
I'm just drawing a new defensive line here.
Let's see.
Ready to push on through. So I don't think... Oh, we can... I think we can probably pull some units up through here and then flank.
Yeah. I could take the main gate, but I would lose so many men to that watchtower.
Yeah.
And the range is actually really far, too. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's the only way we get Carl up there. He'll have to sit out and watch. Along with the... I won't bring up the Germanic U's because they've run out of ammo, so I'll save them for you. We're keeping them back for now. Right. I'm
just waiting for my two groups to come up, and then I'll be ready to go. I still have a few javelins left.
Yeah.
And Carl will dismount because Carl does not stand back. Carl only knows how to fight.
Good old Carl.
I mean... his name is...
I do like that feature in Total War that they brought in, just to dismount.
Oh, that one, yeah.
That was quite a step forward in Empire, I think, the first time they really pushed that. Right, I'm just gonna...
One thing that I really want to have change, though, is that I wish they wouldn't all move at the same time, because at that point it feels very strange to watch them all turn at the very same time.
Yeah, it needs like animation variation, right. But I guess maybe we'll have to wait for like a 64-bit engine to just be able to cope with it all.
Yeah, which is very true, which thankfully that should be something they will work on for their next game at some point.
Hopefully, yeah, if not
hopefully.
The next or a couple of titles down the line. It'll happen at some point. Whoa, cavalry's hitting my infantry.
Whoa, that is a big hit. Okay, let me bring in some spear levy to go help out with that. Yeah, light horsemen. Okay. Let's see. Your club levies on the right flank are being hit by 3 archer towers, so they're probably
push forward now and hit the tribesmen that are coming up. I was hoping I might get a little bit of cover from the buildings, but those arrows...
oh yeah, they're dreadful. Let's see.
Oh wow, they're broken both those there. That's not good. The spear's just getting in there. I should wait for the spears.
Let's see. Just need to flank the subgroup here, but yeah, get that. All right, Carl's coming up, so hopefully they won't break once he's here. Because we're losing a lot right now. Let's see. I have some skirmishers left. I'll use them to hit that big group on the right flank, which is where we're losing the fight.
Oh, yeah. They're going down.
Pretty fast. Wow.
The cavalry.
That light horseman group, yeah.
Our men flee the field of
They're not meant to hit that hard, goodness.
No.
This is a shameful display.
So I've lost effectively most of my army, so we'll probably have to, potentially for future fights, step up the game.
Yeah.
Because that is a lot of dead men. Okay, well.
But they're not all dead, yeah. They're just routed.
Yeah.
They'll come back.
Hopefully.
And hopefully in greater number.
Please come back.
Doing hit by the light horse up here, and they're starting to shatter. That's not good.
Spear nobles, oh no. Okay, I'm gonna flank them then. Oh yeah, with men like this, they've got to stay near Carl, or they would just break very fast.
They love Carl.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna flank these spear nobles now. If I can break them, we'll be okay. That is the general.
Okay, I'm gonna flank them with the unit help out Carl.
Ah, there we go.
In a come.
Javelins directly behind. That should really tear them up then.
There we go. In the back.
Ah, good.
They're wavering. They're gone. If you bring your spears to here...
The battle is turning in our favor.
My one group of spears.
And they can defend from the cavalry. Although we're pushing back, they're starting to break because they're losing all their units. So I'm accidentally putting green bits all over the place.
And now they're broken.
We're rallying. Yes. Got it.
Now there is a slight bit of a unit lag. I'm not sure if you see that, but it's not too bad though.
Yeah, there was a bit of a stutter there.
Okay.
Oh, that's kind of cool, because I hit M battle pretty much straight away. I assume you probably didn't. The map, the screen starts fading out slowly.
Oh, cool.
Which is pretty cool. That's just a nice little feature. So, okay, yeah, quite a lot of losses there, but then it's basic units, and it is a siege. You do lose a lot in sieges in Rome 2.
And I never attack in the same turn that I besiege any place, so that was a first-time thing. I never...
Oh, really? Do you take... I always like to try and attack as soon as I can, because I don't like the idea of the attritional loss.
I only do that if I have anything to tear down their walls, but otherwise you lose so many men that I don't find it worth the cost.
So what do you normally build then? During that turn that you get.
Let's see. Usually I try to attack a army that's outside of their base. Then it will trigger a fight to where they're
and you draw
drawn.
the garrison out as well. Yeah, that's what I try and do. Yeah.
Let's see. All right, so that's about it for my turn. Apparently, I'm lacking. Really, I'm lacking food. You're kidding.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I'm not going to build a village. That is a big problem.
So I don't think I can send you food. Send some.
I actually brought that up in my Let's Play about how you're unable to buy or sell food when I think you should be able to sell food.
It should be
that
like
was a very big
a
part.
marketplace feature where you can, guess, trade more access to trade. I guess would be like better options for trade and managing sort of multi-empire agreements for food. Like there should be like food agreements, I guess, or something like that.
Let's see. My units are 50 upkeep and 80 upkeep. Wow, that is very cheap.
Yeah,
Well then,
they're pretty good.
I will create a second army and I will end my turn. Oh wait, before I do that, let's see. They didn't really gain a lot of experience, so I'll select them all and combine them real quick. Wow, that shrunk down my army. Wow, okay. Let's see. I'm recruiting how many there? Not that many. Let me try one more time. All right. No, I want spirit levies, not club levies. I have plenty of those still. Or do I? Yeah. Okay, so I'll end that turn. And I think we'll have time for your turn. I'm not sure.
Yeah, just enough time to have my turn, and then we'll wrap it up before I end the turn. A faction encountered, or I'm meeting all the factions that you've encountered, really. it's nothing for me, really. And I can't really actually do that much because I'm waiting another turn to get my muster field up, because rather than just recruiting sort of cheap militia hoplites, I'm going to wait until I can get some just sort of standard hoplites, I guess. I know they're going to cost more, but I think I probably need quality over quantity. Here, I mean, I could do a Suebi Zerg rush, but okay. So there's Libya.
That wouldn't work as well though, just because of the fact that you have to wait a few turns to actually reach their land, and the AI builds up so quickly that they have a very small force now, but by the time you actually get there, it'll be quite large.
There's actually a problem I didn't realize actually, because Libya is a client state of Carthage.
Right.
So if I go to war with them, I'm going to bring in Carthage. So maybe I need to look further down the coast for, like, is it the Nasamonis or something like that? They're often a tribe down here.
Those are to the east, I think, by Egypt. And then to the south of Libya, I think, are the Garamantians, who are very strong too, which is annoying.
Just finding a weak opponent that I can go attack. Maybe the Etruscan League, perhaps.
I really cannot remember what I did for the beginning of my campaign.
I have to go and watch your campaign before the next part and just learn some tips, not what to do or what to do.
In the very start, it is very slow. I do remember that, and I think I did have to forge a strong friendship with Rome, because I did save Rome for last. So I actually did, I think, ally Rome at some point, or something like that. I think at the very least we got a defensive alliance, and that was about it.
Yeah, I mean, I can upgrade the Grove of Nymphs at the moment. I'm getting a reasonable income, which is public order. It does lose me some food, but I'm going to get some more food from my fishing port. Oh, tax harvesting, Hellenic cultural influence. Yeah, I do need to boost that because it's quite heavy with Latin culture at the moment.
Let's see, check the map real quick.
Alright, yeah, so I'm going to upgrade that and just throw up to the strategic view to see Surreal's push south.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And I guess that's the end of part 1 of the co-op.
That'll be the end, yeah.
So, hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hopefully, I think we've also both got thumbnails designed by Heph,
Yes.
another awesome Total War YouTuber. I'll put a link to him in the description. But hopefully you like those thumbnails that we've got up of those. Obviously, links to each other's parts are in the description. Each other's channels, each other's Twitters. So please do make sure you're subscribed or following or liking all those links. And we will see you sometime soon.
That is very true. It'll be soon. And also, check out Heph, because he has really cool hair. And on that note, to end this entire grand adventure, I must say... Actually, I forgot what I was going to say. Maybe by part 2 I'll remember. But that's about it. All right. Have a great day.
Ciao for now.
See you.